Hey everybody, what's up? This tarot reading is going to be for whichever zodiac sign is the first one that comes out, so we will see who that ends up being. The first card that we have is Two of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. I'm seeing you be in a space where there's stuff that you are doing for yourself. You can be investing in yourself in some type of way. The reason why you would be doing this is so things can feel like they are... You want this to generate a sense of harmony, like a feel-good energy within your life. This can be a move towards things feeling stable. What this means too is that as much as there is self-investing that's happening, you can also be spending time with another person as well with the Two of Cups. It's definitely going to be about you with yourself, and also there can be a relationship that you're investing in right now. So there can be somebody that you're spending time with, or something that you're spending time doing, because Two of Cups can be a person that you're spending time with because you want things to feel good within the relationship, like things are functioning properly, you can be tending to it. This can also be that if there is maybe a certain activity that you like to do, you can be spending time investing in it so you feel like you are laying groundwork and foundation for that too. And it can be a mix of those things. You can be spending time doing stuff for yourself, investing in yourself, spending time investing in a relationship or important relationships of yours, just things that allow your life to flow properly. This is a collaborative spirit, a collaborative energy here. And it can be time that you are putting in. I'm seeing you moving towards an open door. Something that looks promising. It would change things for you if you went this way. There is a thought that behind that door could be something that you want to connect with. But having Wheel of Fortune be attached to it, this means that if you were to do that, that things could change in a big way for you. So that can be something that you're considering if you want that or not. Okay, we have Aquarius as the first zodiac here. Aquarius, first zodiac out. Healing. Self-guiding. Okay. When I see the star and I see King of Cups, I think about you being in a place where there's a sense of composure, where you are being present to yourself emotionally and what you're feeling, but not overemphasizing that to the point where you lose your logic. Because of having the star here, there can be stuff about your hopes and your dreams, there can be stuff about your future, there can be just stuff about you when you check in, like what really does feel... I feel like you're... The way that I'm seeing the energy from the card sort of shift towards you, it feels like this archetypal Aquarian energy, which can be connected with your ideals, innovation within your life, a very forward-thinking and sort of on a platform of hope and optimism, and connected with your dreams and the possibilities, the lofty possibilities of things. you can be grounding something of that nature. Because Aquarian energy, just as we have Jupiter here, this can be something that can be very lofty, and wanting to make sure that there's a grounded nature to this so that there's a realistic vibe to it. That means that you don't need to cut off the lofty nature of things. There's also a need for it to be grounded, so you know, like, is that what you really want? Is this just a fantasy of things, or is that a reality? And the way that I'm seeing this be, the energy, if you look down here towards the bottom of these cards, it's kind of like the water from this card sort of splashing over, and the Aquarian energy is connected with like these dreams that you have, and with these thoughts and with these ideals that you have of how things can be in this very progressive nature of things. And also too, like, what you want for yourself. If you were just doing this solely for you, and like nobody else's opinion mattered, and this was just about what you want, and because we have cups here, it's like what you're connected with, what you love, what resonates with you, there can be this, like, it feels like a transmutation of energy that's happening, where you can be like going into your field of dreams and visions, and sort of realizing that within the heart space, and not from a frantic place. This feels like from a centered place, because we have the King of Cups here, where there is a sort of stilling of everything, so you can hear what's going on, what you're tuning into, what you're feeling. And then there's going to be like a calm march forward that happens. As King of Cups, like, once you take this energy and you ground it and you really tune into it and you feel it, which is going to be the King of Cups, then there's a marching forward with it. Then there is a straight line that we go in here. So there definitely looks like a big touching base that's happening. And Two of Cups and the Star can be you uniting with your dreams and your visions. I know we're like repeating these words over and over again. It's that stuff that like you fantasize about when you go to sleep at night, or when you're like, I want to get into a good headspace to try to fall asleep right now. The things that you feel a sense of gratitude for, these lofty visions that you have, like what's really possible. And that Aquarian energy, you see the stars in the card, and especially with Jupiter there too, it's like this, the cosmic union of things. And then that being grounded with the King of Cups, where there is a practicality to it. There is a way that I can hear what that is that's going on and tune into it, and then with the masculine energy, I find a way to be able to carry that out. So you can even be making some type of plan here. You can be wanting to invest in something that is like something that there's love within that for you. There is connection within that for you. And I'm not just talking about like a human type of love that doesn't also include like the cosmic nature of things. I'm talking about something where there is a sense of like you feel connected to something, you feel a resonance, and what is that for you exactly? And knowing that when you're living life in a way that's aligned with that, you feel at peace, you feel like there's a sense of harmony within your life. And that also means too that it can be a time where you're thinking about these ideals for you and what you want to experience and what's possible for you. Like what you want, maybe what you've always wanted, or what you realize you want now, which can also too give you context about where you're sort of going to find what you're looking for, or what's next for you now at this point. And if you're ready for those changes, if you're ready to expand, you can know if I really take action based off of this thing that I'm feeling, things are going to change, things are going to expand. And that can be something that you're considering if that's what you're ready for. where your priorities lie. And checking in with that list. I do see you making moves right now where it looks like a big priority for you is making sure that the things that you're involved in, you really do feel like it's worth it to you to be involved. And when opportunities come in, that be something that you're checking in about. Like, is this something that I really feel like there's something for me there, or is this something that's popping up and I need to use my discernment here, and that may be something that I close the door on or that I don't get involved within. I'm definitely seeing a new chapter coming about. I'm seeing a new chapter come about. This is an opportunity that you're going to feel is aligned with your values. When I say that, it means that when you show up and you give your energy to something and you enter into an exchange, whatever is happening in between that, whatever is happening within the exchange, you will feel like this is a good use of my resources, a good use of my time, a good use of my energy, a good use of my heart, a good use of my passion, my sense of connection. And this chapter is going to be one of major expansion for you, having Wheel of Fortune above this Ace of Pentacles. This is something that feels very cosmically destined here. And it does feel like there's been a tuning into this, that this is part of your path. I see the card of the star as being connected. I see it like a dharmic card, meaning it honors your true nature. It honors your organic nature. And when we have that be connected with the Wheel of Fortune, it means that there can be a preparation now that's happening for sort of where the path is going to take you. You've been called to the path, you are walking the path, traveling the path, flying along the path. And it's gonna take you somewhere. And this feels like it's about to take you somewhere, and it's part of this new chapter that's beginning for you. Because I'm seeing that this door that's now opening for you, it is something that's going to feel worth it to you. It is something that's going to feel like you get what you need from it. And vice versa, whatever it's asking of you, you feel like you can give that. And that there is true reciprocity there. And it does feel like this is going to create some type of change within your life. I don't know what that's going to be exactly, because we're sort of ending with that. So I'm seeing that part not be explored yet, but that's where we are heading. And the Wheel of Fortune is a thing that it is connected with an auspicious energy. It is connected with something that honors the path that we are meant to walk. And I'm also too seeing this new chapter be something where you feel like there is an honoring of you doing this. This is something that won't feel like it splits you in two. This is something that allows you to feel a sense of merging. There's a sense of union, unity in this new chapter. And so there will also be a feeling of, I feel even closer with myself and also with whatever this is that I'm getting involved with now. And what you'll see too is that if there's any stuff that's not like that, there can also be a shifting that's happening as well. Because what this feels like is like an equation that's being worked out right now to see what is vibing with you where you are currently within your life, and then what may not be, and then what you're going to do with that too. All of these things happening. But I'm seeing there definitely be a go ahead with this new chapter. something to note, because I'm seeing like a lot of great news, exciting things. Something to note here with the energy is that for some of you, there can be an investment. There can be stuff that you are involved with that you may possibly feel like you're going to leave it as it is. Meaning it may not be something that you continue with right now, and this can even be some stuff that you're going to migrate away from. There can be a feeling of it being incomplete as far as what like your initial agenda was, or sometimes something is done before we think that it's going to be done. Sometimes we have an idea like, I'm going to be here for a year doing this, but then we get to a point where something is telling us that something is actually finished. Like something else comes through and says like, I'm the thing that's determining that this is finished, even though in your head there could have been an idea for you to be somewhere longer. So, or like I would have accomplished more within that, or I intended to do this. But there can also be a feeling within of like dispassion of some sort, or that something isn't really providing you with what you need, and there can be more of a transition towards something that you feel like is more aligned. So going towards this opportunity, there can possibly for some of you be something or some things that you've been involved in that you can look at and feel like they haven't totally completed, or it didn't like reach the potential of what you thought it would. However, you're like migrating to something else right now because you're being called in that direction. It's obviously a choice what you want to do, but I am seeing that be one of the possibilities, just to tell you everything that I'm seeing, because I don't want you to be like, oh, there's this opportunity in front of me, but then I'd have to leave this thing that I've been doing. But I don't, my heart's not like super in this anymore, but like that didn't come up, so what am I supposed to do here? I'm like giving this information to you so you can know that that may be something that pops up, and that you're being encouraged to go in the direction of what you feel like is in highest resonance with you. Even if you're looking at something and be like, this didn't go exactly where I thought it would, or I almost don't feel like this is finished yet, but you feel within kind of like it is, and that will be an indication, or something is calling you more urgently, that will be the sign for you, okay? That doesn't mean that something couldn't still, that doesn't mean that something, something could still possibly go further, but then you can check in and say, like, I don't know if that matters so much to me if it did though. Like if you're in the, like, let's say that you had this project in your garden that you were working on, and you were excited about it at first, and now there's like this sort of like losing internal traction, and something else is coming through that looks like there's more of a sense of potential there, and you can feel even too more connected with that. You can sort of leave that initial thing where it is and migrate over to this next thing and see sort of where that goes, even though you could feel like you weren't completely finished with that process. This can be something that's happening. And what's going to be helpful to you is checking in with yourself on an emotional level and grounding your energy and making sure that you're checking in to see what's motivating you, because you can make a choice here based off of attachment, or you can make a choice based off of like from a grounded whole heart space, what is really resonating with you. And it feels like those can be sort of the options that you tune into with this, of what you feel like is just more in resonance currently. That doesn't mean that something was a wrong choice to do or anything like that. It just means that if you check into the present moment, what is really the truth for you? and that can be what you decide to explore. And I think that that's also why it's important and relevant, why the energy of Aquarius is here, because this is about what is your truth, especially having Jupiter here as well. And how you grow when that is the path that you're following. You follow your heart, you follow what's true to you, regardless of everything else. Like, what is your truth here? What is your dream? Who are you making these choices for? And your path will be representative of that. What motivates the choices that you make. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I am sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.